presented by Heath Riles Barbecue. My name is Landon. Welcome to the Thursday show. And without Austin today, he'll be back on Saturday. We'll actually be recording in person Saturday because I'll be with him going through Birmingham to go to Nashville for work all week next week. We'll still have episodes. We're just going to kind of figure out exactly what our flow is going to be. But you know who else is going to be in Nashville this weekend? And that is the College Game Day is going to Nashville for Vanderbilt and Missouri. I mean, honestly, like this is such a good time in college football, but did you ever, and I mean ever, think this would happen? Like this is just so weird to look and see Vanderbilt with the number 10, marked by their name hosting College Game Day. And if they beat Missouri, oh man, like things are about to get really, really wild. They're going to be solidly in the top 10 with a real shot to go to the college football playoff. We live in a weird world, man. Very, very odd. But a part of this week is at the very end of the show. Of course, we always have our underdog moneyline picks. I've got Austin's. Last week he missed it. Last week he had LSU over Vandy. Vandy won that one. I had Georgia Tech over Duke, so I won last week's head-to-head matchup. Speaking of playoff teams, Georgia Tech seems like a lock. I mean, the only game Georgia Tech's going to have for the rest of the year they're not favored in is against Georgia. And but I mean, in terms of the ACC, they're rolling there. SMU is also another team that's they're 5-2, but they're undefeated in the ACC. And listen to this: Rhett Lashley is undefeated in the ACC. He's 11-0 since they joined the ACC last year. Pretty bananas to think about. But a lot of good stuff to get to this week. Mississippi State and Texas. They're in Starkville with the interlocking MSU. I got the helmet right here behind me. A lot of good stuff. If you did not get a chance to check out our episode with Heath Riles yesterday, man, go back and watch. If you're a fan of barbecue, or if you're just kind of slowly getting into barbecuing or smoking meat, whatever it is, and you just want some tips, pardon me. Long week, man. A good week, but a long week. Go take a look at that. He gives some really good tips, and also, look, Heath Riles is going to save you some money if you're a listener of the show. So let's just get into it. We're presented by Heath Riles Barbecue. They're a presenting sponsor, home to award-winning rubs, seasoning, sauces, glazes, marinades, injections, created by 2025 Memphis and May grand champion Heath Riles. His products are trusted by pit masters and backyard cooks alike for bold flavor and winning results. Get his products over 15,000 retailers nationwide, or we'll save you money for being a listener of the show. 10% off whenever you enter promo code DAWGS10, DAWGS10 at checkout. And I'm cooking it tonight with some good old Heath Riles on some chicken. Tomorrow I got a picanha steak. I'm gonna or picanha roast. I'm going to smoke and then sear at the end using Heath's beef rub. Like, it's just, you can't beat it, man. But we'll save you 10% whenever you use DAWGS10 at checkout. Also, do you like my hat? You might see Jeff Levy wearing something similar to it because it's Hovey, man. And our show is also presented by Hovey Hats. Hovey, if you're looking for your new favorite Mississippi State hat, look no further. They are high-quality headwear that will have you and your friends asking about them. You can take a look at their full collection of Mississippi State hats or other teams at HoveyDryGoods.com. Hovey offers limited edition hats in small batches, bringing a fresh look to some of your new favorite teams. Grab your new favorite hat at HoveyDryGoods.com. Also, right now, I'm talking right now, go to our Twitter, just at MyDogsPod, and comment on what you think the score is going to be this weekend for Mississippi State, who the winner is, the score. If you have the correct score, and you got to make sure you do it before somebody else, Hovey will send you a free hat. I mean, you can't beat that, man. It's the Hovey giveaway. They're sponsoring every single week for the rest of the season. Make sure you do that quick. Do that now. If you need to pause the video, go do it. Or you can listen to me babble on, and you can do that in the background. Also, man, I got some throat issues, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a changing of seasons. I have no idea. But I do know if they can consistently attack me, I know I can go to my friends at ENT Physicians in North Mississippi. They're the largest private ENT practice in the state of Mississippi. And look, their goal is very simple: deliver fast and comprehensive care to their patients of all ages with ear, nose, and throat, allergy, sinus, dizziness, balance, and voice-related needs with the same day or next day appointments, with ENT urgent care for that annoying cough or sore throat, in-office CT scans, and same-day allergy testing, and access to their comprehensive audiology team, offering a full range of services from hearing aids to custom hearing protection to potential surgical options. ENT Physicians in North Mississippi is committed to removing barriers to care. They now have new locations in New Albany, Starkville, Tupelo, Corinth, and more. Get more details at entnorthmississippi.com or call 662-844-6513. There's a lot of games to get to this weekend, and I'm really excited about the matchups. And look, I think we talked about it on Monday. The momentum for Mississippi State in this game, for whatever reason, I feel like it's very high. Last week they were close. They made the wrong call, whether it's Lebby, whether it's Shapen. Doesn't really matter because a win versus Texas, the fan base is back in. And I got to be real with you, man. Like coming into the season, this is one of those games myself, and I think a lot of other people were looking at it and thinking, yeah, well, that's not a win. Let's can they beat Florida? Can they beat Arkansas? But Texas was kind of the one they skipped over. And Mississippi State can beat Texas. I mean, look, Texas's offensive line is just not great. They didn't upgrade enough in the offseason. And Mississippi State has to take advantage of that, despite being a team that's not great on pressuring the quarterback. They might have an opportunity here. So Coleman Hutzler will really, really need to be dialed in when it comes to dialing in the pressure, because I think there's going to be opportunities. However, it's not the defense that's under the microscope. It's Mississippi State's offense. The offense is the biggest part. The offense will win or lose Mississippi State the game. I don't think the defense can do great things. But you know what? They say defense wins championships. Offense wins games. Mississippi State needs the offense to roll here. And they have an opportunity that they did. I did see that Fluff Bothwell was listed as questionable. I don't think he's going to play in this game. However, it's just nice to think he's even that close. But before we even get there, we're going to talk about Mississippi State and Texas. We talked about a lot on Monday. Let's talk about another team in the SEC. We'll kind of go down several of these games, but let's start with Missouri and Vanderbilt. I got to tell you, man, like the Vanderbilt hype has been so fun to watch. It really has. Like I've really enjoyed just seeing the way that people kind of circle the wagons around Vanderbilt, because I just didn't think it was something that could ever really happen. And yet here we are. I mean, they're College Game Days in Nashville. I got to tell you, I think that Missouri finds a way to limit Diego, and they pull away. At College Game Day in Nashville, it's a weird world, but I like Clark Lee a lot. I just don't think they're going to be able to kind of overcome Missouri's running game. I don't know. If they pull a win off here, I'll be glad. I'll be excited for them. I just don't think it's going to happen this time around. Another team in the Mississippi, Ole Miss and Oklahoma. A lot of stuff circling about Lane Kiffin. Is he going to Florida? Is he going to? Is he going to go elsewhere? Is he staying in Oxford? Is he hanging out in the Square? Hanging out in the Grove? I went to the Square last year for the Egg Bowl. It's a nice little area, man. It was nice. You know what wasn't nice? Getting a ticket. That wasn't cool. But everything else about Oxford, I enjoyed. Just did not enjoy that. I got to tell you, man, this is a lot of pressure for Lane Kiffin and company. Ole Miss, I think they're the better team because of Mateer's injury. But if you watched Oklahoma last week, Mateer carved up South Carolina, man. He looks really good. Despite the fact Ole Miss might be the better team, this one in Norman is going to really complicate things. I think this is going to be a really close game. I think Ole Miss is going to win it close, 38-35. But if they lose this game, this whole talk about how Kiffin didn't shut things down, didn't just say, hey, I'm staying here, is going to get brought up. Like it or not, it's going to happen. Arkansas and Auburn. Arkansas's defense has got some issues, but honestly, they might be the only team that Jackson Arnold can have a great game against. So I'd go with Auburn in that one. LSU and A&M, you'd think Texas A&M, right? But I think Brian Kelly kind of flips the script and they take A&M down and make people forget about all of the drama. I'll cover that one in just a little bit. I'll come back to it. Also, look, my weekly shtick has just kind of been talking about how bad Kentucky is to watch. I think the weekly shtick continues. Kentucky's awful, man. I think Tennessee wins this one by, 17, I think 31-14, something like that. All right, let's get to Mississippi State and Texas. I know. The Bulldogs can't close games out. But let's just be honest, guys. Like, something has to give. Mississippi State's defense leads the SEC in interceptions, and I think Arch makes a few mistakes. And I got to tell you, I think Jeff Lebby gets his first SEC win. And finally, the rest of Starkville can step away from the cliff. But one thing is for certain, make sure you watch this game on the postgame show Saturday night with Austin. I feel like there's just perfect scenarios. State really, really needed a win against Florida. They didn't get it. It really, really hurt, and they were really, really close. It felt like they had no reason to lose that game. And Texas, just to be honest, things are a little bit shaky right now with them. And look, last season it was kind of an odd thing. I mean, Texas had to score 14 points in the fourth quarter to make that game a little bit further away. Otherwise, it was a 7-point game. They're late in the early in the fourth quarter. Mississippi State has an opportunity to get closer in this game, and I really believe they're going to win it. They played really, really well on the road against a much better team last year. It feels like Mississippi State is going to find a way to get the win, and it's just going to reverse everything for Texas. Again, Texas just has not looked good, especially last week. I get that, but they looked bad in their win over Kentucky. But it's a very odd kind of thing to think about, Mississippi State beating Texas, especially coming into this game. And look, Texas has got some players, man, on the edge. Colin Simmons, he just won for the second straight week in a row, co-defensive lineman of the week after their win. They barely escaped with a win over Kentucky because offensively they just did not look good. Mississippi State has to take advantage whenever they're given the ball and they're given chances to go ahead and take the lead. They cannot let Texas hang around, or else Texas is going to make them pay. And in this game, I feel like that's what's going to happen. I feel like I feel like States is not going to allow that to happen for the very first time. It's in Starkville. Give me the Bulldogs. I think State wins this game, and they move to 5-3, one game away from bowl eligibility. And the next game is versus Arkansas. Like you got some positive things. If State finds a way to lose this game, I don't know. You can still find 6 wins, but I mean, opportunities are getting smaller and smaller, and Arkansas's offense doesn't look terrible. Taylor Green, he's a little bit banged up right now, but Taylor Green looks pretty good. For Mississippi State, they're going to have to really lean on their defense. And again, through 7 games, Mississippi State has still not allowed an offensive touchdown in the first quarter. So let's get to the underdog moneyline picks. Austin has Washington State over Toledo. And an interesting pick, man. Every time I hear the words Toledo, I get a little, I don't know, it's just kind of like something kicks in. I get like really nervous after last season. But Washington State played Ole Miss about as good as anybody could, especially a team that's a lot less talented. Washington State played them really well. So Austin has the Cougs over Toledo, and I'm trying to see what the line is for that game. It looks like it is. Let's see, and this one's in Toledo. Okay, no, this one's actually Washington State. Okay, so they're favored by. Hey, wait a minute. Washington State is the favorite team. So it must have flipped from the time Austin looked at it. So I don't know. We might have to go no contest there. I'll tell you who I'm picking. I'm going with, and I had it there on my game notes when we first started. I'm going with the game out of the SEC. I think there are so many people that are ready to just write off Brian Kelly, especially the Cajuns. I talked to a couple of them this week. They're ready for him to get out of there. I don't think so. I think this is a game. This is in Baton Rouge, guys. Like, are we nuts? I really think Brian Kelly flips everything off, and flips everything off, flips the script, and we kind of forget about all of the things that have kind of surrounded LSU over the last little bit. I got the Tigers close. LSU 30, A&M 28. Right now, A&M is a 2.5-point favorite. And I get all that, but I'm going with the Tigers. I think they're going to ruin things for ruin things for Texas A&M, who is in a prime spot this season. But this just feels like there's so much negativity going on for Brian Kelly that something has to flip. And so I think it happens here. Look, as I mentioned, make sure you go to My Dawgs Pod's Twitter, go to our Twitter, and give your prediction. Who's going to win the game and the score? Don't just give me the score. Give me the exact winner, because it has to make sure it counts for the contest. And Hovey will send you one of their performance hats for free. They will mail it right to your door. They have done it with 4 of our. We've had 4 contests or 5 contests so far, 4 or 5 winners. So make sure you do.
All MPW digital podcasts are brought to you by our friends at Parish Brewing Company, located in the heart of Cajun country in Broussard, Louisiana. Parish Brewing Company's simple goal is to make awesome craft brewed beer, and they do it remarkably well. The doctor is introducing their new go-to IPA, Dr. Juice. It's a highly crushable juice bomb, dry hopped with a blend of their favorite hand-selected hops from the Yakima Valley in Washington. Dr. Juice's drinkability is sneaky good, considering it clocks in at 6% ABV. The pour glows a rich cantaloupe hue with a thick frosted haze, soft mouthfeel, an aroma and taste that's full of passion fruit, papaya, and blood orange, making it drink like a glass of freshly squeezed juice. They also have Ghost in the Machine. It's a double IPA brewed with obscene quantities of hand-selected Citra hops from Yakima Valley. Expect pungent grapefruit flavors and aromas, tropical fruit, less harsh bitterness than most IPAs. Again, it's Parish Brewing Company. Wherever you get your beer, check out Parish. Make sure that you look for them, because any beer that you get from Parish is going to be absolutely outstanding. Thank you from MPW Digital.